conduct.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
Evander Kane has been traded. I just wanted to have some fun with the intro on today's video, guys. But yes, as a matter of fact, Evander Kane is now officially the newest member of the Vancouver Canucks. Why Vancouver? What does this mean going forward? And what did the Oilers get in return? And what are my overall thoughts on the trade for both teams? I will answer all of those questions on today's video. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. If you're new to the channel, I'm YouTube Trev. Thanks for clicking on this video, and we got a lot to get to, so I won't waste any time, but I do just have to say thanks for all the continued support, guys. It's been awesome. I know I've been saying it a lot lately, but it's because it's true. You guys have been absolutely crushing it, so it truly means the world. Let's keep it up. See if we can get this video to 300 likes, and I just want to say, drop a comment down below. What are your thoughts? The question of the video is, who do you think won this trade? Who do you think won this trade? Drop a comment down below because I interact with every single comment in the comment section down below. If you don't believe me, just give it a go. I'm going to like it. I'm going to reply to it. I'm going to do something, but I will interact with it. And it is also the sponsored segment on the video brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca. Yeah, so I'll be giving a shout out to the most liked comment in my previous video. So if you want to say something smart, if you want to say something funny, if you've got an opinion that's, very strong, drop it down below because if it gets the most likes, I will be giving you a shout out in my next video. But with all of that out of the way, let's hop right back into this video, guys. Yeah, so the trade broke this morning. Who broke it, you ask? Evander Kane himself. No surprise here. He likes the spotlight. He did this when he signed in Edmonton. He put it on his Insta story. I remember that very well. And yeah, this is kind of just his thing. So going to Vancouver is Evander Kane with no salary retained and 1 year left on his contract, coming at $5.125 million. And going to Edmonton is a 4th round pick, the same 4th rounder they gave to Vancouver the year prior for Vasily Podkolzin. Now, I'm just going to look at this from a Canucks fan's perspective and tell you why it's not that bad. It's crazy. The stuff that I saw online today, if you don't know, I work for a sports station right here in Edmonton. So hearing what all the fuss was going on and in Vancouver, people were just ripping him apart. This is terrible. This is, honestly, I was surprised. Like, I was really surprised by the what people were saying. I didn't think it's that bad. Like, I really don't think it's that bad. And I'm going to share my thoughts as to why I don't think it's that bad. Okay, so people, Evander Kane, he hasn't worked out at all, right? That's all people are thinking, and I feel like that's all people remember when Evander Kane first joined the league, that he was a very controversial player. And will I say his time in Edmonton, was it great? Was he, a completely changed person? No, I think there is still a little bit of that baggage, but I think from what he was to his earlier years in the NHL to compared to what he is now, it is a drastic difference. And I feel like a lot of people are holding on to, oh no, he's still the same old, rookie Evander holding money up to us. No, he's not doing that. He is still showing up to games with, the Bentleys, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't like that. I get it, but I think for the most part, you can't really compare the players from the off-ice antics. I don't think they're even close to what was being said or what was being done for his earlier years in the NHL. And you got to think of it, yes, he is a father now. He became a new father. He was, when he was in Edmonton, he became a new father. And now I think he has 3 or 4 kids. So there's that. Obviously, with the money troubles he was in, he kind of smartened up a little bit. And he knew that, a lot of people were against him ever being in the NHL again. He's come out and publicly said that, whether it's true or not. But for the most part, he has been on his best behavior, and I think that's going to continue. Why do I think it's going to continue in Vancouver, and even more so in Vancouver? His first year in Edmonton, by far, he was the best person on and off the ice, but he was also the best player because He was motivated. He was motivated because he wants that money. He really does. He likes that money. That's one thing about Evander Kane. He loves the money. So on a contract year going to his hometown, Evander Kane is going to be extra motivated and he's going to be on very good behavior. He is. This year in Vancouver, I do not see him pulling off any of the stuff, not that he was pulling off anything crazy in his last, year and a bit here in Edmonton, but you did see the on-ice stuff between him and Leon. They were arguing with each other. Same with Corey Perry, that goes for as well. But it wasn't like that in his first year. He was very, very proper. It was almost weird seeing how, proper he was. Hey, I'm Evander Kane. Hey. He's kind of like that. But so I really do expect him to, be on his best behavior. I don't think any of the antics, any of that crap is going to follow. He's wanting to lock in probably his last contract in the NHL. So what follows with that is you're going to get good Evander Kane. He's going to be a good boy. He is. I 100% wholeheartedly believe that. And if I'm wrong, come back to this video and tell me I'm wrong. But yeah, so that's my reasoning there. And then as for his play on the ice, I know a lot of people, he's lazy, he's a bum, he sucks, he's not nearly, he was just off for a year. And people say all the time when you come in mid-season after an injury, everybody's already, in full season gear, they're just chugging along. And he came in the playoffs, right? After not playing for a year, and he fit in well. He was an impact player up until the finals where he cost the team a little bit. Not going to lie, he made some pretty dumb plays. He'd be the first to admit it. But aside from the final in round 1, 2, and 3, he was an effective player. And you could argue if it wasn't for Evander Kane, they were not getting past the Los Angeles Kings. So I think he's still a really good player. I think he's going to chip in with maybe 25 goals. He brings that physicality. He brings that edge, that grit. He's a homeboy. I really think people are blowing it out of proportion, Vancouver Canucks fans, and maybe, I'm an outsider. I don't cheer for the Canucks. I don't really know what they want or what they don't want, but I like hearing outsiders' perspective on the team I cheer for, which happens to be the Oilers. It's always nice and refreshing to get that look. And from an outsider's perspective, I don't think you should be as mad as you are. I really don't. I think he's still going to be a pretty solid player for you. I think he's going to help you more than he hurts you. And that's the thing. That's another thing. This is just 1 year. Where this becomes an issue is if they really maybe his antics has changed. And then they go and sign him for maybe 3 or 4 more years. Because then I think that's when all the controversy and kind of he's just going to, start not caring nearly as much. So that's when I think it would be an issue. But for just 1 year, as far as it's just 1 year. I don't think you should be mad or sad or complaining. And as far as the cap hit, $5 million, yeah, that's about right for the player. You may say he's a little too old for that. I really do believe in the middle of the season, Canucks fans are going to be like, you know what? I overreacted. I'm actually happy that we got Evander Kane. So that's my thoughts there. I still think he's a really good player. I don't think you guys should be just it was crazy some of the stuff that I was seeing online. So I think there's more pros than cons. Definitely the pros outweigh the cons. Okay, now if you made it this far, let's switch gears to the Oilers side of things. Yeah, you free up $5.125 million in cap space, and that's a lot, especially when you got the best player in the world. He wants some money. He's going to get paid. You got Evan Bouchard. The Oilers were really against the cap. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, it's Evander Kane for Thatcher Demko. That's what it is, and obviously it wasn't, which sucked. But there was a 1 minute where I thought that's what it was going to be. It didn't end up happening. But if you're an Oilers fan, I think the consensus is everyone is happy. Everyone knows that this need to happen. It had to happen, and it did happen. But the only thing, the gripe I have is people are complaining, you got to get rid of Evander Kane. You need to free up the cap. He's a liability. Look what he did in the finals. And then you get rid of him, and those same people are like, well, now you're extremely weak, and you're losing the goals. It's pick one side. You can't. This is unfortunately what has to happen, okay? Evander Kane is gone, and so is his scoring touch, so is the drama, so is the physicality, but you get $5.125 million in cap space. It's going to be a huge help for them, right? That frees up a lot. That does a lot for this team. And the whole Evander Kane experience, it was fun while it happened. It was great for that first, playoff run there. He scored 13 goals. It was just crazy, and the future was so bright. And then, honestly, he was riddled with injuries in the playoffs last year, not this year, but last year with the athletic pubalgia, the sports hernia he had there, and then he also the skate, the Pat Maroon, that was a little scary one, but I always dreamt it was going to be so much better and that he was going to be like a 30-40 goal scorer for the 2 years, at least 2 years. That didn't happen, and part of that was to injury, and I think that's maybe one thing, if I go back on the Vancouver Canucks thing, is he does get injured. That comes with the physicality of his game, so there is that, but all in all, whatever, okay? And one really, really big thing why Oilers should be happy is you didn't have to package anything up. I was really surprised at this. It was a 1-for-1. They didn't have to, no salary retained. I was surprised by that. It was just a fourth in return, which isn't really the best, but you got to think of it. It was free. You're freeing up cap space. And you look at the player of his caliber with the history that he has, usually you have to package up something with that, and you didn't have to. So all in all, I think both teams should be happy. I don't think Canucks fans should be nearly as mad. And I think Oilers fans, for the most part, are pretty happy with this trade. So, like I said at the beginning of this video, drop a comment down below because I do interact with every single one. And question of the video, who won this trade? Who do you think won this trade? I think it's even. I think it helps. Maybe I'll side 60-40, maybe 60. I'm leaning towards Edmonton and 40. But it's so close. It's so close. And time will tell. Time will really tell. This trade helps the teams very much in way, way different reasons, if that makes sense. So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, so that is my thoughts on this trade. And like I said at the beginning of this video, it is that time of the video brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you. They got clocks all over Canada. It's an Alberta-based company, which is pretty sweet. You want a big clock, you want a medium-sized clock, or that size clock right there, go check them out, www.timetrackers.ca, and tell them Trevor sent you. YouTube Trev sent me, okay? That'd be dope. But yeah, the most liked comment in my previous video, Curtis Halverson, 3600. This was in regards to the honest truth about the Oilers goaltending situation. He says, goalies come here to die. 11 years of Dustin Schwartz has been the problem. The whole coaching staff has been replaced at least three times over, but Schwartz is the only constant problem. You know what? Brings up a good point there. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily, but maybe I'll dive into a Schwartz video because that's all people seem to be fussing about. I have some thoughts on it, so I'm actually very strongly opinionated on this matter. So I think I'll maybe make a video on this, Curtis. So thanks for the comment down below. But yeah, drop a comment down below. Most liked comment will get a highlight or shout out, whatever you want to call it, in my next video. But thanks for all the continued support, guys. It's going to be an awesome summer. Really appreciate everything you guys have done. See if we can get this bad boy to 300 likes. I know in my last video I got more comments than likes, so see if we can bump the likes up. That'd be dope. It really helps with, put my videos out there to the whole hockeyverse and YouTube, which is sick. So thanks for everything, and if you made it this far, say goodbye to the mustache because it is going. Tomorrow, this will be the last time you see the mustache until Movember when I grow it back. But yeah, it was a good run. Had the beard, had this for maybe a week, but I'm getting looks. I can't take myself seriously, if I'm being honest. People look at me and I'm like, yeah, I'm tough. Yeah, I'm not tough. Look at me. I look like a goof, if I'm being honest. So say goodbye to the stash, guys, because it's leaving in the next video. I'll be Naked Trev instead of YouTube Trev, Naked Trev. Okay, take her easy, guys. See you in the next one. Don't be average when you can be above average. Peace.